If you crave a successful life, one choice transforms everything. Waiting for one day, or launching on day one. The divide between your dreamed life and present state rests on a single decision. Every goal, breakthrough, and transformation starts with one tough step. Waiting feels safe, but it holds you back. Starting feels challenging, but it builds momentum. The future isn't given, it's forged. And it begins with today's efforts. These words aim to inspire and prompt action. In the next moments, I'll unveil mindset shifts that separate dreamers from doers. You'll learn to escape hesitation, rewire your thinking for success, and mute distractions that keep you stalled. Most will keep saying one day, but the few who select day one rise, build, and reshape their lives from within. 1. The power of choice. Each morning you confront life's defining decision. Will you treat today as one day, or make it your bold day one? Through years studying the world's greatest men and women, one truth stands unshakable. Greatness never arises from chance. It's the intentional result of clear choices steadily made. Consider Thomas Edison, history's premier inventor. He faced thousands of failures pursuing a practical electric bulb. Edison mastered the power of day one. Every morning he chose anew to persist, dedicating himself tirelessly to his goal. What if Edison had stalled, constantly murmuring, one day? Humanity might still dwell in darkness, literally and figuratively. But Edison knew waiting for the ideal moment is like standing at a station hoping for a train that never comes. The ideal time is always now. Each sunrise offers a fresh blank slate inviting your courage and resolve. Life doesn't guarantee a perfect start, only chances. These demand your instant focus and decisive action. Waiting only saps your resolve and dims your inner spark. Understand clearly, the greatest risk in life is the decision avoided, the opportunity missed, the dream unpursued. I've met countless people frozen by indecision, waiting endlessly for perfect conditions. But conditions rarely align flawlessly. Instead, it's your inner strength that shapes external circumstances. Every moment spent waiting steals your most precious resource: time. Time once lost is irretrievable. Successful people seize the urgency of now, the immediate need for determined, focused steps toward their aims. Choosing day one means embracing your dreams with unwavering commitment and burning zeal. It means recognizing that each action today becomes a foundation for tomorrow's success. Your future is built from daily decisions, actions taken in faith, even when outcomes are unclear. The habit of instant action, practiced diligently, turns ambitions into solid reality. Decisiveness defines great leaders and achievers. Henry Ford once said, "You cannot build a reputation on what you are going to do." The world rewards those who act boldly, those who courageously mark today as day one, seizing each chance with passionate intensity. Momentum starts with action, and greatness grows from relentless dedication. Thus, rise each morning with purpose, knowing clearly what you must achieve today. Break larger goals into manageable steps and refuse to delay vital actions that move you toward your dreams. Remember, procrastination and delay are thieves that rob your potential. Choose decisively, act immediately, and let each day bring you closer to the extraordinary life awaiting your decisive action. Today, let there be no doubt or hesitation. Embrace this moment as the true day one of your life's greatest triumph. Be courageous, be bold, be relentless. Success favors the determined soul who boldly chooses action over delay. Begin today. Your future self awaits eagerly, watching for the extraordinary results your decisive actions will produce. 2. Defining your purpose clearly. Purpose serves as the North Star for every successful journey, lighting the path through life's uncertain terrain. In my lifelong study of successful individuals, I've uncovered a single powerful truth. Clarity of purpose sets achievers apart from dreamers. Without clearly defined objectives, your efforts scatter aimlessly, drifting like leaves carried helplessly by the wind. Consider Walt Disney, whose life offers a striking example of purpose realized. From humble beginnings, Disney envisioned a world where imagination inspired millions. He didn't vaguely wish for success or passively await fortune's favor. Instead, he defined success explicitly, committing fully to his vision. His clarity was his strength, turning obstacles into opportunities and dreams into tangible reality. Today, Disney's legacy stands as proof of purpose-driven action. Now reflect deeply on your own life. What is your definitive purpose? Ask yourself these key questions. Where do I see myself in 3 years? What legacy do I want to create and leave behind? What precise steps must I take to reach these desired outcomes? Your answers will shape your journey's trajectory, providing both a compass and a map for your life's voyage. Without clearly articulated goals, you become like a ship adrift without a compass, directionless and at the mercy of life's turbulent storms. Clarity of purpose is your anchor, grounding your decisions and focusing your efforts, ensuring each action brings you closer to your ultimate vision. Every successful person I've studied cultivated an unwavering sense of purpose. Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, and Thomas Edison each defined their life's mission with razor-sharp clarity, guiding every choice and fueling relentless perseverance. Purpose breeds courage in adversity, resilience in setback, and energy in pursuit. Understand this: your purpose is your greatest asset. Define it clearly, visualize it vividly, and chase it passionately. Let your purpose inspire each action, inform every decision, and compel unwavering commitment. Every day spent without clear objectives is a day wasted, a missed chance to advance toward your dreams. The world favors those who know exactly what they want and pursue it with single-minded determination. Your success depends on your ability to clearly define your targets and relentlessly pursue them, no matter the challenges faced. Thus today, embrace your purpose with absolute clarity. Visualize your goals in explicit detail, letting the clarity of your vision inspire immediate and consistent action. Create concrete steps toward achievement, meticulously planning your pathway. Remember, vague ambitions yield vague results, while clearly articulated goals produce definitive achievements. Your life, your actions, and ultimately your legacy reflect your clarity of purpose. Embrace this profound truth, allowing it to guide every decision and empower every effort. The greatness you desire is attainable, but only through precise clarity and purposeful action. Define your purpose boldly today. Commit unwaveringly and watch as the universe conspires to help you achieve your dreams. 3. The magic of resilience. Resilience, in its truest form, is the alchemy that turns setbacks into stepping stones. In my many years studying success principles, I've found that resilience isn't just a desirable quality, it's an absolute necessity. It's the invisible force that lets you rise when others stay fallen, to continue when the world whispers it's time to quit. Every failure, every defeat, every hardship, these aren't signs to retreat, but divine tools for instruction. Let's learn from Abraham Lincoln, one of history's most inspiring figures. Before ascending to the highest office, he faced a series of failures that would break most men. He lost his mother young, failed in multiple business ventures, suffered the loss of his beloved, and endured political defeats that would have crushed an ordinary person. But Lincoln wasn't ordinary. He was resilient. He understood that defeat wasn't a dead end but a detour, that failure wasn't the opposite of success, but a necessary part of it. Each failure fueled his growth, a catalyst for inner transformation. Your own journey will be marked by obstacles. This isn't a prediction, it's a certainty. Life, by its nature, will test your determination. But within each difficulty lies a powerful truth. These challenges aren't sent to destroy you, but to prepare you. They refine your spirit, strengthen your will, and elevate your character. When you face hardship, know that life is asking one simple question: how much do you want it? Resilience is the answer. It's the quiet strength that keeps you standing when life's storms rage around you. It's the determination that says, "I will try again," when the world says it's over. And make no mistake, resilience isn't born from comfort. It's forged in the fire of difficulty. It's cultivated in moments of despair when giving up seems easier than going on. But those who persist through adversity emerge stronger, wiser, and more prepared to embrace the greatness awaiting them. The most successful people I've known didn't enjoy uninterrupted paths to victory, quite the opposite. They faced defeat after defeat, yet their resilience propelled them forward. They grasped a timeless principle I've often repeated: every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries the seed of an equal or greater benefit. This isn't mere philosophy, it's a law of nature. But that seed only grows when watered with faith and nourished with persistence. You must begin to see each failure not as an end but as a message. Ask yourself, what lesson does this setback offer? How can I grow from this difficulty? What new direction is revealed? The answers to these questions are the bricks with which you build the foundation of your ultimate success. Let resilience become your constant companion. Let it shape your mindset so profoundly that every defeat becomes a doorway to deeper wisdom. When you fall, and you will, don't curse the ground. Instead, bless the lesson. Stand up, dust yourself off, and move forward with greater resolve. Remember, the strongest oak in the forest isn't the one sheltered from the wind, but the one that stands in the storm and continues to grow. You have within you the power to endure, to rise, and to conquer. The challenges you face aren't punishment, they're preparation. They prove your dream is significant enough to require growth, and growth demands discomfort. Welcome it. Rise to meet it. Start today with the unwavering belief that your resilience will turn every possibility into certainty. Let your struggles be the soil in which your greatness takes root. Let every hardship strengthen your conviction. Let every obstacle become an invitation to evolve. For in the end, it's not the absence of failure that defines the successful, it's their refusal to be defeated by it. Be that person. Be resilient. And know this truth as I have come to know it. Your dreams aren't just possible, they're inevitable if you possess the resilience to see them through. For the influence of self-belief. At the core of every triumphant man or woman lies a force so powerful, so unfailing, that it bridges dreams and their realization. That force, dear reader, is self-belief. It's the silent architect of all lasting success, the invisible force behind every skyscraper, every innovation, every empire built by human hands. You see, doubt is a cunning thief. It doesn't shout or demand. It whispers, sowing quiet seeds of hesitation until a garden of inaction grows where dreams once flourished. I've seen men of great intellect paralyzed by uncertainty, while others of modest ability soared to heights unimagined, simply because they believed. Take, for instance, Orville and Wilbur Wright. These weren't men born into wealth or privilege. No, they were bicycle mechanics with an obsession bordering on madness, the dream of flight. In an era when man had only known the ground beneath his feet, they dared to look skyward and declare, "We shall rise." And rise they did, not only through the air, but above every voice that ridiculed them. Their belief in themselves was so potent, so unwavering, that gravity could no longer hold them. Let this be your reminder. No ridicule, no rejection, no failure can defeat the man who believes. Self-belief is the starting point of all riches, all achievements, and all power. Before $1 is earned, before one brick is laid, belief must be planted in the mind. It must take root, it must grow until it becomes unshakable. You must not wait for evidence. Evidence comes after belief, not before. The Wright brothers didn't wait for someone to prove it was possible. They became the proof. So, too, must you move forward with boldness, knowing that your belief is the magnet that draws results into your life. Understand this, your mind is a workshop. Whatever you feed into it consistently, your subconscious will begin to shape and mold into reality. Thoughts become things. Desires, when mixed with faith, become destiny. But doubt? Doubt is the silent killer. It masquerades as logic, disguises itself as humility, and whispers, "Be realistic." And in obeying it, dreams are buried before they ever take flight. Build, therefore, your inner citadel of belief. Guard it fiercely. Nurture it daily. Speak to yourself as one who expects greatness, not as one who hopes for it. Affirm your capabilities, visualize your triumphs. Act as if success is not merely possible but inevitable. Remember, confidence is contagious. The world doesn't reward the uncertain man. It follows the one who radiates certainty. When your self-belief becomes immovable, you will find people, opportunities, and circumstances aligning as if by magic. But it's not magic. It's the natural law of attraction at work. Burn this into your mind. No man can climb beyond the limits he places upon himself. And no man is kept down when he believes with every fiber of his being that he was meant to rise. The foundation of your dreams isn't money, connections, or luck. It's the unshakable belief that you are worthy of them and capable of achieving them. So I charge you now, cultivate that belief. Let it grow wild within you. Let it overpower fear. Let it silence the voices of doubt and defeat. For when you believe truly, deeply, and unwaveringly, you will begin to see the world bend to your will. In this truth lies your power. In this principle lies your fortune. Believe and the universe shall respond in kind. 5. Pursuing passion unapologetically. Among all forces driving mankind toward greatness, none is so potent, so consuming as passion. It's the inner flame that refuses to be extinguished, no matter how fierce the wind of adversity. Passion isn't a fleeting interest or passing desire. It's life's richest fuel. It ignites ambition, sustains effort, and compels the individual to reach beyond mediocrity's confines. During my lifetime, I've had the rare privilege of studying men who achieved greatness against tremendous odds. And I tell you now without reservation that the one trait they shared, the trait separating them from the herd, was a passion so strong it bordered on obsession. Mr. Edison once said, "I never did a day's work in my life. It was all fun." Why? Because he was consumed by passion. He didn't experiment with electricity because it was expected. He pursued it because it thrilled his soul. Passion kept him awake when others slept. Passion made him persist when others surrendered. So I ask you, what is your passion? What idea, craft, or vision grips your imagination, stirs your blood, that you would pursue even if no one applauded and no coin was earned? Find it, for within that pursuit lies your purpose. Don't confuse passion with interest. An interest can be set aside. A passion cannot be ignored. It calls to you in quiet hours. It haunts your daydreams. It urges you forward no matter the cost. The man with passion may lack experience, may lack capital, but he's never truly poor, for he possesses a wealth of energy, and energy directed with purpose is the essence of power. Consider Madam C.J. Walker, the daughter of former slaves. Born into poverty in the late 1800s, she toiled as a washerwoman, earning barely $1 a day. But she was passionate about beauty, about dignity, about lifting women up. With that passion, she built an empire in the hair care industry, becoming America's first self-made female millionaire. Her story wasn't one of privilege. It was one of fiery, relentless purpose. Your passion must become your obsession, not in a destructive sense but in a creative one, where it occupies your thoughts, commands your attention, and pulls you toward action. The world doesn't reward lukewarm efforts. Half-hearted pursuits lead only to frustration. But when you give yourself fully to the calling that stirs your soul, the universe conspires to aid you. You must not wait for permission. You must not seek validation from those who don't understand your fire. Passion, when genuine, doesn't beg for applause. It demands expression. It doesn't wait for the perfect time. It creates the perfect opportunity. Let others follow trends. Let others chase security. But you pursue what sets your heart ablaze. For a man who walks in passion walks with power. He need not be pushed, for he's pulled by something far greater than obligation. He's pulled by purpose. Remember this. The man who thrives listens to his soul's whisper and answers with boldness. Your passion isn't random. It's the divine compass pointing you toward your destiny. To ignore it is to betray your best self. To honor it is to awaken the giant within. So I say, don't delay, fan the flame, nurture the spark, give yourself wholly, fearlessly, unapologetically to the pursuit that brings you alive. For passion is the difference between those who merely exist and those who truly live. 6. The necessity of goal setting. Dreams alone aren't enough. The world is filled with dreamers, but it's ruled by those who dare to set goals. You see, a dream is the seed, but a goal is the root system grounding it into reality. A dream inspires, but a goal directs. A dream can lift your spirits, but a goal gives your energy a destination. You must understand this. A goal without a plan is merely a wish, fleeting, intangible, destined to evaporate with the morning dew. Wishes belong to the idle. Goals are the weapon of the determined. Consider Roger Bannister. Before 1954, it was universally believed that running a mile in under 4 minutes was humanly impossible. Even doctors warned the human body would collapse under such pressure. But Bannister didn't accept the consensus. He saw the goal. He believed in it. And more importantly, he planned for it. Every training session, every form adjustment, every ounce of discipline, these weren't acts of random chance. They were steps carved along a clearly defined path. And on that fateful day, Roger Bannister crossed the finish line in 3 minutes, 59.4 seconds, shattering not only records but limiting beliefs. Bannister's story isn't just athletic triumph. It's a reminder to every man and woman dreaming of more. Specific, measurable, actionable goals have the power to bend reality in your favor. Let me ask you, what's your 4-minute mile? What impossible standard have others imposed on you? What vision do you hold but haven't dared to focus? A goal, my friend, must be clear. Vague intentions yield vague results. If your goal is to be successful, define it. Do you choose to earn a specific amount, build a particular business, learn a certain skill? The more precise your aim, the more powerful your momentum. When the arrow knows its target, the archer can train his focus. Break your goal into steps. This is where clarity becomes strategy. What must be done this week? Today? In the next hour? Each small task completed becomes a brick laid on the road to your dream. And don't neglect the deadline. A goal without a time frame is like a boat without a compass, drifting aimlessly. Deadlines inject urgency, a fire in the belly that separates dreamers from doers. Track your progress relentlessly. Be honest with yourself. Measure, adapt, refine. The journey to success isn't a straight path, but it favors the persistent. Every step forward, however small, is a victory. Without goals, dreams remain distant fantasies, pleasant to think about but powerless to change your life. But when a dream is tied to a purpose, carved into a goal and supported by action, it becomes unavoidable. It becomes your reality. The man who writes down his goals, creates a strategy, and lives each day pursuing his purpose, that man becomes dangerous, not to others but to fear, to mediocrity, to doubt. He becomes unstoppable. Today begin setting precise goals, not tomorrow, not next month. Today take the first step, draw the vision, set the deadline, map the steps, and then act with the intensity of one who knows the clock is ticking. Because it is. And in the end, your life will either be a masterpiece of intention or a collage of wishes left unfulfilled. The choice is yours. Goals transform dreams into powerful realities. Act now and claim the life waiting for you. 7. Mastering your mind. As I've said, you are what you think about most. This truth, simple yet profound, governs every success story, every tragedy, every triumph, and every downfall. It's not your education, background, or current circumstances that shape your destiny, it's your mental attitude. Your mind is a workshop and every thought is a tool. With those tools, you're either building the house of your dreams or the prison of your doubts. As I've often stated, thoughts are things, they're the seedlings of future events. Henry Ford, the great industrialist, captured this eternal law when he said, "Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right." Ford's genius didn't begin on an assembly line. It began in the assembly of his thoughts. His vision wasn't shared by others. Many called him foolish, unqualified, even dangerous. But he refused to think in limits. He refused to feed his mind with doubt. And so he turned that mental attitude into the most powerful automotive empire of his time. If one man's mind could rewrite industry's rules, what might your own mind accomplish if you believed? Your mindset determines your trajectory. Let me repeat, the path you're on isn't dictated by the economy, competitors, fate, luck, or others' approval. It's dictated by the dominating thoughts you allow to reside in your mind. You must make a choice today, a firm, final choice, to guard your mind like a fortress, nurture positivity, foster optimism, and develop unshakable self-confidence, not as vague ideas but as daily disciplines. The mind is like a garden and thoughts like seeds. If you don't plant flowers, weeds will grow by default. If you don't cultivate empowering beliefs, negativity will creep in and suffocate your potential. Negative thinking breeds failure. It paralyzes action. It magnifies problems and minimizes possibilities. It turns small setbacks into insurmountable obstacles. But positive thinking? It opens doors. It creates solutions where none seem to exist. It attracts opportunity, commands respect, and fuels perseverance. It makes giants out of ordinary men. But remember, this isn't blind optimism. It's not pretending problems don't exist. It's the habit of directing your focus toward solutions. It's the discipline of asking better questions, seeing setbacks as setups for comebacks. It's the unwavering belief that you're greater than any challenge you face. You must become the master of your thoughts. Don't let your environment dictate your mental state. Don't let others' opinions corrode your self-belief. You alone are the custodian of your inner world. The thoughts you dwell on will become the beliefs you hold, the emotions you feel, and the actions you take. And here's the truth. Every great achievement begins in the mind of one individual who refused to accept mediocrity. That individual might as well be you. Start today. Begin with awareness. Monitor your inner dialogue. Listen to your self-talk. When you catch yourself thinking in limits, reframe. Replace fear with faith. Replace doubt with determination. Replace "I can't" with "How can I?" Write down affirmations reflecting who you intend to become. Speak them aloud, meditate on them, embody them, and watch how your outer world shifts in response to your inner transformation. Your thoughts, beliefs, and attitude are your greatest resources, not your bank account, not your network, all of which can be lost. But your mental attitude is yours alone. It cannot be taken, only surrendered by choice. So I urge you, use that power wisely. Build your days on a foundation of courage and conviction. Discipline your mind to seek the good, find the lesson, pursue the goal. Make your mental attitude an ally to your ambition. Because once you do, nothing can stop you. Your destiny is shaped not by conditions but by decisions. And the most important decision is to master your thoughts and direct them with intention. From this moment, let your mental attitude be one of purpose, power, and unshakable belief. The world bends to the will of the focused mind. Begin there and greatness shall follow. 8. Embracing continuous learning. Learning is the bridge from where you are to where you want to be. It's the golden path carrying you from current circumstances to fulfilling your deepest ambitions. No man ever rose to greatness by accident, he learned his way there. The most successful individuals in the world, those who shaped industries, built empires, left legacies, all shared one common trait. they were lifelong learners. Let's look at Andrew Carnegie, a man I knew well. Born into poverty with minimal formal education, Carnegie could have used his circumstances as an excuse, but he chose differently. He committed to learning, not once, not occasionally, but daily. He studied people, systems, finance, communication, and strategy. Every book, every conversation, every experience was a lesson. He turned knowledge into capital and capital into influence. From steel mills to philanthropy, his success rooted in an insatiable hunger to grow. Carnegie understood this timeless principle: knowledge isn't just power, it's potential power. Only when acted upon, only when applied, does it become transformational. And this, my friend, is your invitation. You must become a student of life, today, tomorrow, always. Don't be deceived by comfort or past victories. The man who ceases to learn begins to decline. Complacency is the silent killer of progress. The world changes rapidly. Industries shift, technologies evolve, ideas emerge. If you don't evolve with them, you'll be left behind. I urge you, commit to daily improvement, not in bursts, not in crises, but as a way of life. Each day seek to grow in skill, wisdom, understanding. Read a chapter, study a mentor, reflect on experiences, test new ideas, challenge old beliefs. Education is the true currency of achievement. It cannot be stolen, doesn't depreciate, and multiplies with use. Invest in it relentlessly, not just in institutions but in yourself. Every hour spent learning is a seed planted for future opportunity. Your personal growth isn't separate from your success, it's the engine driving it. The stronger your mind, the clearer your vision. The broader your knowledge, the sharper your decisions. The deeper your wisdom, the greater your impact. Remember this: the most valuable asset you possess isn't your income, position, or possessions, it's your ability to grow. Protect it, nurture it, and above all, use it. Today, begin the journey of deliberate learning, not because you must, but because you can. Every page you read, every lesson you embrace brings you closer to the life you envision. Learning isn't preparation for success, it is success in motion. Step onto that bridge, cross it with intention, and meet the person you're destined to become. 9. Adaptability, your greatest strength. One of the most important truths I've discovered and share now is this: change is life's only constant. No matter who you are or where you start, life will test you with the unexpected. Plans will falter. Circumstances will shift. Winds will change direction. And when they do, your success won't be determined by intelligence, connections, or resources. It will be determined by your adaptability. The man who learns to adapt becomes undefeatable. He doesn't fear change, he leverages it. He doesn't resist disruption, he reads it. He sees not chaos but opportunity. This is the mental attitude you must cultivate to rise in the world. Look at Thomas Watson, IBM's founder. Watson didn't begin in computers. In fact, the idea of a computing giant was foreign in his early years. But Watson had something far more valuable than a single idea. He had vision and the flexibility to change that vision as the world evolved. He adjusted his strategy multiple times, sometimes facing failure, other times responding to market demands. Each shift brought new opportunities, eventually building one of history's legendary corporations. Watson's story isn't just business acumen. It demonstrates what happens when a man embraces change rather than fears it. This, I tell you, is a principle of power. You must train yourself to welcome change. Let go of the need for certainty. Instead, anchor yourself in the belief that whatever comes, you will respond with strength. Adaptability isn't abandoning your goals, it's adjusting your methods. Your destination remains, but your path may bend, curve, or climb, and that's perfectly fine. Resisting change leads to stagnation. It breeds frustration, fear, and ultimately failure. But when you meet change with enthusiasm, you open the door to growth. Each disruption becomes a doorway, each shift a stepping stone. Adaptability fuels innovation. It's what allows the mind to see new solutions. History's greatest breakthroughs weren't born in stability but in necessity. They were forged in change's fire. So I urge you, begin cultivating adaptability today. View each unexpected event as a test of your creativity. When plans fall apart, ask, what can I build from this? When markets shift, ask, what new value can I create here? The man who adapts becomes indispensable, trusted, sought after, always ahead of the curve. And most importantly, he becomes resilient. He doesn't break when storms arrive. He bends, pivots, and moves forward with greater wisdom. Make adaptability your ally. Let it be the muscle you strengthen daily. In doing so, you'll find no change can defeat you because you're always becoming. This is lasting success's essence, and it begins with choosing to adapt. Ideas without action are powerless. Action turns possibility into reality. Think of every successful entrepreneur who acted immediately on their ideas. Immediate action creates momentum, opportunity, and tangible results. Hesitation breeds doubt. Action breeds clarity and confidence. Start now. Your dreams will remain dreams until you act on them. There's immense power in immediacy. Use today to ignite your journey, knowing every great achievement begins with someone taking a first fearless step. One day, or day one, the decision rests solely in your hands. Choose wisely. Choose action. Choose to begin right now.